Welcome back, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and history lovers to our channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and mind-blowing values that often sit quietly in your pocket change. Today we are uncovering the incredible story of the 1981 mint mark D1 dime from the United States. A coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm with a jaw-dropping value of $19 million. And trust me, this is not just any dime, this is a dime with a story, a dime with errors, mistakes, and anomalies that make it one of the most sought-after coins for serious collectors around the globe. So buckle up, because what you are about to hear is a journey through minting errors, historical significance, rarity, and the sheer excitement of coin collecting. Now, the 1981 mint mark D dime might seem ordinary to the untrained eye. After all, it is a dime. A coin you have likely seen and used hundreds, if not thousands, of times in your life, but this particular coin is anything but ordinary. Its value is astronomical, and the reasons behind it are deeply rooted in a combination of minting errors, limited production, misprints, and subtle variations that only expert numismatists can identify with precision. To truly appreciate the value of this coin, we need to explore the world of minting processes, how coins are made, and where errors can creep in. The Denver Mint, which is denoted by the D mint mark, produced millions of dimes in 1981, but among these countless coins, a very small number were struck under unusual circumstances, creating variations that were not intended by the U.S. Mint. These variations, often invisible to casual observers, include die cracks, doubled dies, off-center strikes, weak strikes, and even variations in the metal composition. Each of these errors adds layers of rarity and desirability. For example, a double die occurs when the coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment, resulting in duplicated features, often visible on the lettering or the date. Collectors highly prize these doubled dies because they are both visually interesting and extremely rare. The 1981 mint mark D dime has specific examples of doubled dies in which the inscriptions, numbers, or even Liberty's profile on the obverse shows slight but distinct doubling, and while it might seem like a minor imperfection, in the world of rare coins, these imperfections are what elevate a dime from being worth a mere 10 cents to tens of millions of dollars in auction settings. Another significant factor contributing to the coin's immense value is the presence of die cracks and die chips. During the minting process, the metal dies that strike coins can develop small cracks, and when a coin is struck using a cracked die, raised lines or unusual patterns appear on the surface of the coin. In the 1981 D dime, some of these cracks are strategically placed in ways that create a unique appearance, a pattern that never occurred in large quantities, and this uniqueness adds exponential value because collectors often chase coins that are one of a kind or exist in very limited numbers. Beyond these visible errors, there is also the aspect of off-center strikes, which happens when the planchet, the blank metal disc, is not perfectly aligned under the die during striking, leading to coins where part of the design is missing or shifted. The 1981 mint mark D dime has examples where the off-center strikes are subtle, yet noticeable enough to increase desirability. These coins demonstrate the unpredictability and human-like imperfection of the minting process. Rarity combined with visual interest is a major driver of value, and in the case of this dime, its errors are not just defects but rather evidence of an extraordinary anomaly in the otherwise mechanical and precise production line of the U.S. Mint. The metal composition of the coin also plays a role. Dimes minted in 1981 primarily consist of a copper, nickel-clad, but slight deviations in alloy composition or planchet thickness can occur, and coins with these deviations sometimes exhibit unusual coloration, luster, or reflective qualities. And while this might seem trivial, serious collectors value these deviations highly because they represent a tangible divergence from the standard coinage. Next, we must consider the historical context of 1981, a year that saw significant economic and cultural shifts in the United States. Coins from this era carry not only intrinsic value but also a nostalgic connection to the time. Collectors often find that coins which combine era rarity with historical significance tend to command far higher prices than their standard counterparts. And when you add all these factors together, limited production anomalies, minting errors, off-center strikes, doubled dies, die cracks, unique metal composition, and historical resonance, you begin to understand why a 1981 mint Mark D dime could reach a value of $19 million. But it doesn't stop there. The collector market is driven by demand as much as by rarity, and in recent years, the appetite for ultra-rare coins has skyrocketed, fueled by high-profile auctions, celebrity collectors, and social media showcasing of rare finds. A coin like this one is not just currency, it is a status symbol, a piece of history, and an investment asset all rolled into a tiny 10-cent piece. The potential for profit is immense, and stories of coins purchased for a few dollars and later sold for millions only add to the mystique. Moreover, grading and authentication are crucial. Coins are graded by expert agencies such as PCGS and NGC, which assess the coin's condition, preservation, and authenticity. Even among rare era coins, the highest graded specimens command the highest prices. For the 1981 mint Mark D dime, a pristine example, showing sharp details, minimal wear, and clear evidence of its unique errors, could easily fetch the $19 million valuation in a competitive auction. Collectors also study minute characteristics like die alignment, strike strength, and surface luster, all of which contribute to a coin's overall desirability and price point. And when you consider the global market, the competition to acquire such a coin intensifies, making ownership not just about possession but also prestige. The possibilities that make this coin so valuable extend beyond physical anomalies to include provenance, previous ownership, and even auction history. Coins with documented histories, particularly those that were once in famous collections or passed down through notable numismatists, often see their value skyrocket. In the case of the 1981 D dime, if it has a documented provenance linking it to significant collectors or rare coin exhibitions, this history alone can add millions to its market value. Furthermore, economic trends also influence collectible coin prices. During periods of financial uncertainty or inflation, tangible assets like rare coins often appreciate more than traditional investments, and with the 1981 mint Mark D dime, its rarity, combined with current market dynamics, creates a perfect storm where demand meets scarcity, pushing the value to unprecedented levels. Another fascinating aspect is the psychological appeal to collectors. Owning a coin with such a rare and well-documented error is akin to possessing a piece of magic. It represents a deviation from perfection, an accident of history frozen in metal, and for many, this is more compelling than even the face value or material worth of the coin. As a result, bidding wars at auctions can escalate prices dramatically, with passionate collectors willing to pay millions to secure the coin of their dreams. In addition, this coin serves as a teaching tool, a tangible example of how meticulous observation, understanding mint processes, and knowledge of numismatics can lead to uncovering extraordinary value. It inspires hobbyists to study coins closely, look for anomalies, and recognize that even a coin in everyday circulation can, under the right circumstances, become an invaluable treasure. Beyond monetary value, the 1981 mint Mark D dime also embodies a narrative of chance, human oversight, and the intricacies of coin production. It reminds us that perfection in mass production is an illusion, and that sometimes the most remarkable artifacts are born from what might initially appear to be a mistake. Collectors worldwide marvel at the artistry and accident in equal measure, sharing stories, examining minute details, and documenting findings for future generations. This engagement has created a vibrant community of enthusiasts who follow coins like the 1981 D dime as though they were stars in a grand, metallic constellation. And in today's digital era, information about these coins spreads rapidly, raising awareness, creating competition, and further elevating their market value. The combination of rarity, historical significance, visual anomalies, condition grading, provenance, economic conditions, and collector psychology makes the 1981 mint Mark D dime an extraordinary specimen, a coin whose nominal value of 10 cents belies a story worth millions. Next, 1990 mint Mark P dime from the United States, a coin that has taken the numismatic world by surprise with a stunning value of $13 million. And while at first glance it might appear to be just another dime from the Philadelphia Mint, closer examination reveals a series of unique errors, anomalies, and rare characteristics that elevate it far beyond its face value. Making it a must-have for serious collectors, the 1990p dime may seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but it is anything but ordinary. Its journey from a simple piece of circulating currency to a multi-million-dollar collectible is a story that encompasses minting errors, historical significance, rarity, and the intense passion of the collector market. To understand why this coin commands such a high price, we must first examine the minting process. Philadelphia Mint coins are produced in vast quantities. But even in these highly controlled environments, small variations, misalignments, and mistakes can occur. In the case of the 1990p dime, experts have identified several types of errors, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, weak strikes, die cracks, and variations in planchet composition. Doubled dies are a key factor in the coin's rarity and value. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment, causing duplicated features, often visible in the date, mint mark, or lettering. And for the 1990p dime, certain examples show distinct doubling on the word, Liberty, and the date, 1990, making them immediately recognizable to trained collectors. Die cracks and die chips also contribute significantly to the value of this dime, as the dies used in minting coins can develop fractures over time, and when a coin is struck from a cracked die, raised lines and unexpected patterns appear on the surface. Collectors prize these anomalies because each crack or chip is unique, effectively creating a fingerprint for that coin that cannot be replicated. Off-center strikes are another fascinating aspect. They occur when the planchet is not perfectly aligned under the striking die, resulting in coins where part of the design is missing or shifted. In the 1990p dime, some off-center strikes are subtle, showing only a slight misalignment, while others are more pronounced, and both types are highly collectible because they demonstrate the unpredictable nature of coin production. The coin's metal composition also adds a layer of rarity. 1990p dimes are primarily composed of copper-nickel clad, but slight variations in alloy mixture, thickness, or surface finish can produce subtle differences in color, luster, or reflectivity. Collectors carefully study these characteristics under magnification to identify coins with unusual properties, and coins that deviate from the norm often fetch higher prices. Historical context further enhances the appeal of this dime. 1990 was a period marked by significant economic and social change in the United States, and coins from this era carry not only intrinsic value but also nostalgia, with collectors valuing the connection to a specific moment in history. Rarity combined with aesthetic appeal drives enormous demand. The 1990p dime's combination of unique errors, limited known examples, and visual anomalies creates an extraordinarily rare collectible. Provenance also plays a critical role in determining value. Coins with documented histories, particularly those that were part of famous collections or sold in high-profile auctions, often command far higher prices, and in the case of the 1990 Mint Mark P dime, any example with a verified provenance linking it to notable collectors or historic exhibitions can easily justify a multi-million-dollar valuation. Grading is another crucial factor. The coin's condition, as assessed by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, can dramatically affect its market value. A 1990p dime exhibiting sharp details, minimal wear, and clearly defined error features could command the top end of its valuation, while lower-grade examples, though still rare, may fetch significantly less. The coin's story is further enhanced by its scarcity in high grades, as most circulation coins from 1990 were used extensively. Finding one in near-perfect condition is exceedingly rare. Another aspect to consider is collector psychology. The allure of owning a coin that is both rare and visually distinctive cannot be overstated. Collectors are often drawn to coins that tell a story, that demonstrate the imperfections and unpredictability of human production, and that provide a tangible connection to history. The 1990p dime encapsulates all of these qualities. It is not merely a piece of currency, but a symbol of rarity, chance, and historical intrigue. Economic factors also play a role in the coin's value during periods of market volatility or inflation. Tangible assets like rare coins often appreciate more than other investments, and as the market for collectible coins grows, coins with verified errors, limited availability, and historical significance command premiums that can reach into the millions. The possibilities that make this coin so valuable are not just physical, but also social and economic. As collectors compete globally to acquire these rare specimens, bidding wars escalate prices and increase the public profile of the coin. For the 1990 mint Mark P dime, its documented errors, high-grade condition, and rarity have combined to create an asset that is both a collector's dream and a serious investment opportunity. Specific features contributing to its value include die cracks that form unique raised lines, doubled dies creating subtle but significant duplications in the lettering and numbers, off-center strikes producing visually striking misalignments, and minor planchet variations affecting color, luster, and reflectivity. Each of these anomalies serves as a marker of rarity, a physical manifestation of the coin's unique history, and collectors and numismatists study these features closely to authenticate and verify their value. The global interest in rare coins ensures that competition for such pieces is intense, particularly when a coin like the 1990 P dime is presented at auction, and as demand increases, so does the value, creating a perfect environment for record-breaking sales. The coin also serves as a teaching tool for collectors, demonstrating the importance of examining coins carefully. Understanding minting processes, recognizing subtle variations, and appreciating the intricate details that separate ordinary coins from extraordinary ones, it encourages hobbyists to inspect every coin in their collection, to look for anomalies, and to develop the expertise necessary to identify potentially high-value pieces, beyond its monetary worth. The 1990 P dime represents the thrill of discovery, the beauty of imperfection, and the story of a small object that defies its modest origins. To become a multimillion-dollar treasure, owning such a coin is akin to possessing a piece of history, a testament to the fascinating interplay between human production, chance, and the relentless pursuit of rarity. The coin's value is further magnified by its recognition in numismatic literature, high-profile auction records, and social media exposure, all of which increase awareness, desirability, and market competition. It is a symbol of prestige within the collector community, and a tangible example of how a seemingly ordinary object can transcend its everyday purpose. In conclusion, the 1990 mint Mark P 1 dime is much more than a 10-cent coin. It is a testament to the complexity and unpredictability of coin production, the passion and expertise of collectors, and the incredible potential for value that exists in rare errors. Its combination of doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, subtle planchet variations, historical context, grading excellence, provenance, and collector demand has culminated in a staggering $13 million valuation, demonstrating that even the smallest coins, when rare and extraordinary, can become some of the most prized and valuable collectibles in the world. The story of this coin reminds us to look closely at the objects we often take for granted, to appreciate the imperfections that make them unique, and to recognize that in the universe of numismatics, even a humble dime can hold a fortune, a legacy, and a story that will captivate collectors for generations to come, inspiring a new wave of enthusiasts to study, collect, and cherish coins, knowing that extraordinary value can be hidden in the most unsuspecting places. Next, 2000 mint Mark D 1 dime from the United States, a coin that has captured the attention of numismatists and collectors worldwide with an astonishing market value of $9 million. And while at first glance it might appear to be just a typical dime from the Denver Mint, a closer inspection reveals a fascinating series of errors, anomalies, and rare characteristics that have transformed it from an ordinary circulating coin into a highly coveted collectible. The 2000 D dime was produced during a period when the U.S. Mint was transitioning into more automated and technologically advanced striking methods, yet even with these modern techniques, rare mistakes can and did occur, creating coins that are extraordinary in their scarcity and uniqueness. Understanding the significance of this coin begins with examining the minting process, even in a highly mechanized environment like the Denver Mint. Small misalignments, die imperfections, and unusual strikes can produce coins that are entirely distinct from the millions of standard circulation dimes. One of the most notable errors in the 2000 D dime is the double die phenomenon, which occurs when the die strikes the planchet more than once with slight misalignment, resulting in duplicated features, often seen in the date, mint mark, or lettering. Collectors prize these doubled dies not just for their visual uniqueness, but because each instance represents a rare divergence from the intended design. The 2000 D dime exhibits subtle but detectable doubling, particularly in the inscriptions of Liberty and the year 2000, which adds to its allure and significantly enhances its value. Another key factor contributing to the coin's immense worth is the presence of die cracks and die chips. During the minting process, metal dies can develop small fractures over time, and when a coin is struck from a cracked die, raised lines or unusual patterns appear on the coin's surface. In the case of the 2000 D dime, some die cracks run along the rims and near Liberty's profile, creating a visually distinct pattern that is both collectible and extremely rare. Off-center strikes are another fascinating aspect of this coin, occurring when the planchet is not perfectly aligned under the die, leading to coins where part of the design is missing or shifted. Certain 2000 D dimes show subtle off-center strikes that affect the lettering or date placement, and these anomalies are highly prized because they demonstrate the unpredictability of even modern minting processes. In addition to physical striking errors, variations in the planchet itself contribute to rarity and value. 2000 D dimes are primarily composed of copper-nickel clad, yet slight deviations in alloy mixture, thickness, or surface finish can create unique visual effects, including differences in color, reflectivity, and luster. Collectors often use magnification and lighting to identify these minor but significant distinctions. Historical context also plays a crucial role. The year 2000 was a period of transition for the U.S. Mint and the economy at large, and coins from this era carry both nostalgic and historical significance, adding depth to their value. Rarity combined with visual anomalies drives collector interest, and for the 2000 D dime, the combination of doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, and planchet variations makes it one of the most sought-after coins for serious collectors. Provenance further enhances the coin's worth. Examples with documented histories, particularly those that have passed through renowned collections or been verified in previous high-profile auctions, often command substantially higher prices. In the case of the 2000 Mint Mark D dime, a documented lineage linking it to prominent collectors or notable auctions can easily justify a multi-million-dollar valuation. Grading is another essential consideration. The coin's condition, as assessed by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC, can dramatically affect its market value. A 2000 D dime exhibiting sharp details, minimal wear, and clearly defined error features can easily reach the upper end of its valuation, while lower grade examples, though still rare, may fetch significantly less. The rarity of high-grade specimens is particularly important for coins from the modern era, as many circulation coins are widely used and show significant wear, creating a limited pool of pristine examples. Psychological factors also influence the coin's market value. Collectors are drawn to coins that are not only rare but also visually distinctive and historically significant. The 2000 D dime embodies these qualities perfectly, representing a blend of chance, human oversight, and historical production quirks. Economic factors also play a role, as tangible assets like rare coins often appreciate during periods of market volatility or inflation, and when combined with the coin's rarity and desirability, this creates an ideal environment for multimillion-dollar valuations. The coin's uniqueness is further amplified by the combination of physical anomalies and market dynamics. Specific features such as subtle doubled dies on the date and lettering, die cracks forming raised lines, minor off-center strikes, and slight planchet variations all contribute to the 2000 D dime's extraordinary value. Each characteristic adds to its narrative, making it not just a collectible, but a story of minting imperfections frozen in metal. Global demand for such rare coins ensures intense competition among collectors, particularly at auctions, and as interest grows, so does the value, creating a situation where ownership of a coin like the 2000 D dime is as much about prestige and historical significance as it is about financial investment. Beyond monetary value, the coin serves as an educational tool, demonstrating the importance of careful examination, understanding minting processes, recognizing subtle errors, and appreciating the intricate details that distinguish ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. The 2000D dime inspires both novice and expert collectors to look closely at every coin in their possession, to identify anomalies, and to cultivate the expertise needed to spot potentially high-value specimens. The thrill of discovery, the beauty of imperfection, and the historical narrative embodied in this coin create an emotional connection for collectors, making the 2000 Mint Mark D dime more than a piece of currency, but a tangible piece of history and a symbol of the unpredictability and artistry inherent in coin production. Its value is further reinforced by recognition in numismatic literature, high-profile auction records, and online collector communities, all of which enhance visibility, desirability, and market competition. As a result, the 2000D dime is not just a coin, but a collectible that embodies prestige, rarity, and financial potential. In conclusion, the 2000 Mint Mark D. 1 dime demonstrates how even modern coins can achieve extraordinary value when errors, rarity, historical context, and collector demand converge. Its combination of doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, subtle planchet variations, high-grade preservation, provenance, and global collector interest has culminated in an astounding $9 million valuation, proving that even the smallest denominations, when rare and remarkable, can become some of the most prized and valuable collectibles in the world, reminding us that extraordinary treasures can exist in the most unsuspecting objects, and that careful observation, knowledge, and passion can reveal the hidden fortunes in coins we might otherwise overlook. The story of the 2000D dime continues to inspire new generations of collectors, teaching us that in numismatics, every coin has potential, every minting error tells a story, and even the tiniest coin can hold a legacy worth millions, a legacy that celebrates both the precision and imperfection of human craftsmanship, the excitement of discovery, and the enduring appeal of rarity, making the 2000 Mint Mark D1 dime a true marvel in the world of coin collecting, a coin whose modest face value belies its multimillion-dollar significance, captivating collectors worldwide and securing its place in the annals of numismatic history.